Okay, and you may start your presentation.
Yes. Dear respected chairpersons and audiences, my name is Kanjanaporn, a representative of a research team from College of Dental Medicine. I'll be presenting our research entitled The Reasons for Patients to Terminate the Comprehensive Treatment by Dental Students. The outlines are as follows. In 2005, Langsit University was the first private university with DDS curriculum. The program was designed to be bilingual to serve the demands for fluency in both English and Thai. In the last 2 years of the dentistry course, students need to take a subject called Comprehensive Dental Care Clinic. The graduation criteria require the student to complete at least 5 cases and minimum requirements in each subject. Patients who chose to receive treatments provided by dental students are important as they help maintain the dental educational system. 3 factors were related to the decision to receive treatment, including trustworthiness, services, and staffs. In this study, patients who came and registered on their own without any relation to the student are defined as walk-in patients, while a patient who were brought to the clinic by the dental student are defined as referred patients. They may be parents, relatives, or acquaintances of the student. The research question is, what are the reasons of the patient to terminate the comprehensive treatment by dental students? The objectives are to analyze the attributes of the patients and to identify reasons that the patient decided to terminate the treatment course. Materials and methods. The population in this study was the patients in RSU Dental Clinic. Sample size was determined using Noimanee method, and 360 random patients were selected with simple random sampling technique. The samples were asked to fill in a self-administrative questionnaire that was consist of 3 parts: general data, past dental treatments, and recent termination of treatment course using Likert scale, a score from 0 to 5. These are examples of the questions that respondents have to fill in. The patients have to choose 0 score if they are not concerned with the discussed topic. On the other hand, they are asked to choose a score of 5 if they are clearly concerned with such topic. The questionnaire was approved by the Ethical Committee of Langsit University with reference number RSU-ERB 2020-12. Statistical analysis was done after acquiring the data from questionnaire with methods as shown. The topics include general data, past dental services, and the reasons of the patient chose to terminate the treatment. And at the last section of the questionnaire, a space was provided for suggestion and other problem concerned by the patient that were not previously mentioned before. 360 questionnaires were handed out from December 2020 to February 2021. However, by the end of the research period, only 300 were collected, which made the overall response rate of 83.23%. For a total of 300 respondents, 183 were walk-in patients, and the rest was referred patients. The demographic data of walk-in patients and referred patients reveal no statistically significant difference in gender, age, status, and occupation. The results show that walk-in patients visited the clinic more often than referred patients. Mostly, the duration of treatment was more than 1 year. In the frequency, the walk-in patients show more regular than referred patients. However, the main reasons in termination of the comprehensive treatment were the long duration of the visit and frequency of the treatment without progression, and complexity of treatment procedures. When compared between the walk-in patients and refer patients, the mean score of refer patients were higher than walk-in patients in all aspects. According to the result, the overall score were reflected that the patient did not consider all the problem as a large impact to terminate the dental student. The least concern is the behavior or personality of the student. This may lead the patients late to quit the treatment. While the most rated reasons for termination of treatment was long duration, followed by behavior of staff and complexity of the procedure. Furthermore, the result also showed that most of the patients did not consider the student behavior and personality as a problem. Data from the open-ended question were shown in the table. They were classified into 3 categories. Most of the respondents were unsatisfied due to unnecessary cold temperature in the clinic, inadequate waiting areas, dirty restroom, and scarcity of parking spaces. The suggestions of the instructors and staff were reported negatively. In contrast, the suggestions about dental students were positive. Being a patient in the faculty of dentistry is not easy. Treatments provided by dental students are time-consuming and require frequent visits. In our study, most of the respondents were patients who had been receiving treatment for over a year and had at least 1 appointment per week. Time consumption was rated with highest ranking. However, the score of all questions were generally considered low. The result reflected that most of patients were satisfied with the dental services by dental students. The results showed that most of refer patients wanted to terminate the treatment more than the walk-in patients, while refer patients categorically tired of coming to receive the treatment. Walk-in patients tend to be more understanding about the complexity of the treatment processes. The patient success from the open-ended question found that the patients were satisfied with the dental student in time. The personality, behavior, and caring on the contrary, they were dissatisfied with the faculty members, both instructors and staff. The result was in the same direction either walk-in or refer patients. The improper communication of instructor and lousy manner of the staff were reported. A study of the patient satisfaction in comprehensive care model found a high overall dental satisfaction index. The result from our study can conclude that the reason why the concern score are low in all the categories is because the patients are satisfied with the quality of the treatment by dental students. In conclusion, the main reason the patients wanted to terminate receiving the treatment was the long duration of treatment, which may extend to years, or repeatedly visiting the clinic. Other reasons may include the frequency of the treatment without progression and the complexity of the treatment procedures. However, the overall score was low, which reflected a satisfaction in the provided treatment. References. Thank you for your kind attention.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kanjanaporn, for the interesting research. This is a really interesting topic. So we'll now know what's the weak point of our service. Okay. Any questions from participants?
Hello, may I have a question?
Yes, please.
Okay. As a part of dental service, what is your suggestion for the faculty based on your study?
Yes, as you can see, most of patients want to terminate. the treatment more than refer patient in almost every category. This may lead to the conclusion that the refer patient received the service less than walk-in patient, or the walk-in patient were forced to receive the treatment to fulfill the requirement for the patient. For me as a dental student.
Oh, it's good. Thank you.
I think the key to this situation is caring more.
Okay. Other questions? Okay, so from this study, you can summarize what's the weak point that we have in our service, right? How are we going to improve? Because you know now what's the weak point of our service. How are we going to improve from your study? I mean, improve our service.
The main cause that the patient maintain the patient in the faculty is the dental student to caring the patient.
Okay,
we need to communication more to all the patient. Yes.
Okay, but from your study, show already that actually your manner and your caring, they are happy about it.
Yes.
But they're not happy about what?
About instructors and staff enough.
Okay, instructor, staff, and also accommodation. So that's the
Yes.
point that we need to improve, not the way that our students caring, and also, but we need to improve the duration of the treatment and frequency.
Yes.
Right.
And students have to prepare themselves before practicing in the clinic. The step should be to minimize.
Yes, that's the way that our students need to improve and prepare before treating any patients.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kanjanaporn. This is a very interesting topic, and this is going to be my